Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, baby mums and baby dads, welcome to another episode of Take It to the Rim podcast with myself, Rods, aka about to meet Josiah next week, aka. I'm telling you, my AKs are running short right now, boy. I'm waiting. I'm here with the one and only Clipper Cam.
What's good?
Come on, out here. Got Kawhi looking like flipping Terminator, bruv.
Bro, I tell you, he's a cyborg, man. He's an Android cyborg, whatever you want to call it, bro.
He's moving,
looking
man.
Serious
Guy. And today!
Here we go, man. Here we go.
He's here. He made an appearance. Richie Richard.
No, man. That's RP over there. RP Hines, man. Recession-proof Hines over there, man.
Come on, man. We are here. We getting money.
The most anticipated guest of 2022. Yeah?
Yes.
Seriously?
Bro,
100%.
come on, man.
100%.
Fair enough, man.
We've got man like 3 bags in the building.
Come on, man.
Come on. I'm telling you, you can't name yourself 3 bags and not be Richie Richard.
Man.
Yeah,
If
none
it
of our
didn't
names
come
are
bagged
money.
up 3 times, it didn't come from me, man.
Exactly.
I'm telling you.
That's it right there. That's it. Yeah, you hear that? Yeah. It's good to have you here, man. Good to have you here.
Thanks for having me, bro. Thanks for Cameron for picking me up. Thank you, man. I mean, pause, but like, he
You didn't. No, you didn't.
No. You have to pause that, bro.
Yes, I did drive you here.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's true, because the Lambo's in the shop.
Yeah.
This guy, man.
This guy did it. So I had to.
The Lambo's getting wrapped. So yeah, man, just had to come and collect him.
Exactly, man.
So for the listeners, first question is, what team do you support and why?
It's the why, actually. Do you know what, yeah? First of all, the team, Philadelphia 76ers. Why? I don't actually know, you know. I just feel like I just got drawn to them, man.
Meat Mill.
Nah, not at all. Not at all. I think the first... Before, like, I was into basketball and I didn't really have a team. And the first, like, series that I was proper into, where I was like, I was really staying up to watch it, was the Sixers and the Raptors. Okay. Before that point, I liked Philly, but I didn't really like. But when I got...
Talking about what, 2019?
When Kawhi hit the wonder shot. Yeah. And then from that point, I was that sad. I was like, okay, I fuck with this team.
You're emotionally tied to
Why was you sad?
Because I just was like... I liked Embiid, obviously, because African. I fuck with Ben Simmons. I used to fuck with Ben Simmons. But that's another story for another time. Jimmy Butler was one of my favourite players to watch at the time as well. So I like that. They just had a nice setup them times, man. Yeah. That was a good team. That was.
Yeah, they were supposed to be good.
Yeah, man.
They were supposed to be good.
But they weren't bad. It was a good team.
They was a good team. Like I
don't think you could say that team.
No, I'd say Philly underachieved.
How? But the thing,
we can't.
I don't think
do you know
did, I don't think
they did underachieve.
I mean, I get why you say underachieve because the team they had, you kind of expect them to at least make a conference finals.
Yes,
but they
conference
lost to the champions.
But obviously they lost the champions, and the manner which they lost in, bro.
That was close, man.
That shot is like. That was a lucky shot.
Yeah,
but so that's the only reason why. Obviously, they let a few games slide, but it is Kawhi.
Would you not have said there were factors that almost stopped you guys from, do it? Because I think you should have won that series regardless of.
It should have got that close. You think?
100%. You know what I'm gonna say.
Bro.
Your head coach is it shows because the second things started to get tough, he just started making crazy decisions or not making decisions.
Yeah.
And he's not there anymore, innit? So I don't think I was that far
joke,
off.
Man. He was a joke, man.
I think player for player in that series, the Philly team should have been better.
100%.
But when the best player on the court plays for a team, that team always has a chance.
So you're saying Kawhi was the best player on the court?
Of course.
But
of course.
Toronto had...
There was even games where Embiid wasn't even the best player in the Philly team.
It was Jimmy, yeah?
Yeah, there was 100%.
I would agree.
100%.
I would agree, but I would say Toronto had the number one player, but then you guys had 2, 3, 4.
should have had 2, 3.
No,
4.
you had. It's not should have. You had.
No, but
Even Ben, in my opinion, Ben was.
Better than everyone on the Raptors.
Yeah, I
he
mean,
should have been. But Siakam had a good series.
Siakam did have a good series.
I feel like Toronto overachieved. They
massively,
played so
massively.
close. So that's what I'm saying. Like I feel
100%.
like on paper it should have been a maybe Philly in 5, Philly in 6, whatever. But
That's why I
Do
say
you
you
know
guys underachieved, didn't it?
but I just don't know, because if you lose the champions, I don't think you're underachieved. No matter where you lost to them, they were the champions. They beat everyone.
Even people will put asterisks next to that though, because of the manner in which they won the finals.
Yeah, because just because KD
obviously
was gone.
KD Achilles pop,
Okay.
gone.
and then Clay,
ACL, gone.
Yeah, I mean,
I do hear what you're saying.
but
though.
they
I
won
completely
they
hear what
won.
you're saying.
Yeah, but they beat everyone in the East and got to the finals, so it's still
I hear you.
it's
You
still
can't argue
something.
it too tough.
They still
And Kawhi
made
was
it.
the best
They
player in
still
the world
made
at
it
the
there. 100%. Yeah, they still made it there, and Kawhi was a superhuman. Like he done everything they had to do.
And Siakam tricked us into thinking he was a all NBA type player.
But he was all NBA third team. Didn't he? He tricked us again.
Beyblade. Like the
He
thing.
tricked someone again.
The thing is with Siakam is like, yes, he had a good season, but I'm not gonna knock the season that he had, but it's just the thing where, I mean, because you was in the shadows and no one really paid full attention to you, the attention was on Kawhi, double teams on Kawhi, the blitzes on Kawhi,
Yeah.
all the defensive schemes on Kawhi. So you get to kind of just, the cage ain't there no more.
Yeah.
So you know you're gonna shine that way because you know what I mean. Because
he's not a number one.
yeah, he's a good number 2.
Yeah,
No, but like I said, we're saying this, but he definitely did. He made NBA third team this year. Like as the number 1 player on that team.
yeah, fair enough.
I was surprised he did. I'm not saying he necessarily deserved it. I'm just making a point. Like,
Yeah,
he was the
but then
number 1.
Toronto made
Toronto
made
were a
a,
playoff team.
they flipped the switch and
he's
Siakam
not-
was a part of that.
but the thing about that team wasn't a bad team as well. Like the Toronto team before Kawhi got there, it was a good team.
yeah, it was.
The team was built well. It was a good team. They just
When
needed a star
DeRozan
player.
was there.
It was a
Yeah,
It was
no,
a,
even
the-
The problem was what LeBron was running a train on the East. Like factual. There's no regardless.
But
of
I think they just need a star player.
I 100%
Yeah.
agree, and
Yeah.
it's a shame that DeRozan had to be the one to go. But at the end of the day, Toronto were a great regular season team.
Yeah.
They're a great playoff team until they played LeBron every single year, regardless of how good they were in the regular season, regardless of how bad Cleveland were in the regular season, even in the postseason.
Yeah.
The second they met LeBron, every single time, it was a mess.
100%.
It was a mess.
And
So,
that
yeah,
one
they
there
had
is
to
like
let Kawhi.
it's not everything where you can blame the team because bro, it's hard to beat LeBron, bro. He knows your playbook in and out, bro. He's telling the players on the Toronto Raptors where they should be
Yeah, that was
on the
mad,
play
man.
sets. If that's happening, you're not winning.
Yeah.
You're not win. The guy is.
But this is what I said. If you, in basketball, if the best player on the court is on one team, that team always has a chance. There's only 10 people on the court at one point. If the best player on the court is on one team, they have a chance. Like I say with my guy, but we'll come to him another time.
Who?
We'll talk about it later on. I don't want to say it now because if I say it, then people they're gonna.
Yeah, we'll wait.
Let's get into this Philly talk though. Let's
Yeah.
get into this Philly talk. So
Go on.
you man had a up and down year.
Season.
I wouldn't even say up and down year. I think you guys had an amazing year. in
Oh,
my
I had a
opinion.
good year. Yeah.
I think going through all the bullshit with Ben not really being about and Ben not really committing to the team.
Yep.
There was a lot of uncertainty.
Yeah.
You had in my opinion, Embiid should have been the MVP. I don't care what anyone says to me. I think Embiid was the most valuable player this season gone.
Yeah.
It can be close between me and Jokic, I don't care, but in my opinion, he was the MVP. You had Maxey showing up and really showing that he was looking like he was going to be the number 2 on that team, regardless of who you got in place of Ben, until you did go and get James Harden. And then you did go and get James Harden and you shook it up a little bit. And I'll be honest, for the first 3 to 5 games, I was very confident that you guys were going to at least the Eastern Conference Finals. Very confident, bro, because the way that the 3 of them were you had Harden on the perimeter, and he was able to play his true position, in my opinion, which is him being a point guard. Since that hamstring injury, he hasn't really been the same kind of James that we've seen in the past, where he's a perimeter scorer and he attacks as much as he did.
There's a reason for that though.
Yeah. But like you guys looked like you were gonna do a madness, and then the playoffs happened, and I mean obviously Embiid got hit in the face and he missed a couple of games against Miami. And when he did come back, I was like, oh, maybe it's a bit of a problem, but it just didn't really come together.
Yeah.
What? First of all, what did you think of the season just gone? And then in terms of What did you expect from Philly anyway?
Well, we'll start with what I expected, yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm on record saying that.
Yes.
I'm on record saying that Embiid and Harden was going to be the best big man guard combo of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I even went. I'm on record saying.
Yeah.
I'm on record saying, and the tweets are still there.
I've got the screenshots.
There was a team that won, I believe, in 2001.
They three-peated in that period. Yes.
2001. Team in LA. You know, headed up by Shaq and Kobe.
Yes.
You know, and I said that my guy and James Harden were going to be better than those two. I said that was going to be a better dynasty than those two. I said it. Now, for context, everyone who knows me knows when I talk about sports. Me and Cameron talk about many sports. Yeah. Easily the most biased guy, hands down. Cameron, you ever met anyone like me?
Top two and you're not two.
100%,
Top two and you're not two. 100%.
Because before Philly lost their best player in Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. The way this guy was defending and backing Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons, serious, man.
Yeah.
I'm on the same podcast. This is the podcast I was on this time last year. Was it last year or the year before? Last year.
Yeah, it was.
It's telling you why Ben Simmons wasn't trash. I did it, man. I did it. But so my expectations. On a serious note, I felt like the East was tough, man. I always said the East was tough. I said Giannis is the best player I think in the world.
Yeah.
I think the Bucks are built so well that it's so tough to beat them at any time. Miami always a threat. I wasn't too sure about Boston, but I respect Jason Tatum. I respect Jaylen Brown. So I was like, you never know what's going to happen. I think Toronto, you can never count them out. So there was a lot going on, but I felt like we were at least going to make these in the conference finals. But I felt like...
At what point was this, was this like during the Ben Simmons thing, after the Ben Simmons trade?
I was... Because even when Ben Simmons was out, it was all right. Do you know what I mean? It was going well. So I was 100%. Like, if we can get this sorted, Eastern Conference Finals, minimum, right? Then James came around, and I was like, what James are we going to see? I was optimistic, I'll be honest, extra optimistic.
I think we all were. You have
because
to be.
James had a good season last season in Brooklyn, right? Before
he got injured.
Yeah.
He was.
People were saying he was MVP, am I right?
Yeah.
At that point in time.
He had some claims.
So even if I saw 80% of that, with Embiid playing like the best player in the world as well, you know, whatever, that's a championship winning team in my eyes.
I agree.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what's mad is that even when you're saying what James Harden was going to get, the James Harden, before obviously whatever happened, but the James Harden that he's getting, no matter what, was going to be mad because he was still averaging 22, 7, and 10. And we said he was being trash.
Yeah.
He was being trashed by his standards,
Yeah, he was trashed by his standards, but 22, 7, and 10. So I was like, even though that's when
he didn't average that this season, did he?
Yeah, no, he did. He did. 22, 8, and 10, I think. Because when he was, before the trade, he was, I think he was 22, 8, and 10.
Okay.
I'm sure he was. I'm sure.
What was he in? I don't know.
This year he dropped 22, 10.3, and 7.7.
In the playoffs as well? Have you got that? Because that's where it really starts.
7, 2, and 5.
Show playoff series. What do you want? Eastern Conference semis? What do you want? The Miami series or the whole playoffs?
Whole playoffs, you got that.
Aye.
Aye.
About 18.5.
Yeah.
8.5.
Yeah.
Is that 8.5 assists? Yeah, 8.5 assists and about 5.5 rebounds. Everything dropped.
Yeah,
Everything
and I
dropped.
think the key thing, obviously, I don't want to
Besides the assist.
say you know, take up too much about, like, it was a shooting percentages that was getting me down,
bro.
because it was like he was taking shots away from Maxey. And I read the other day that Maxey had like one of the best 3-point percentages in the whole playoffs.
I think he shot close to, if not 40-something percent.
Do you know what I mean? So he was taking shots away. He was holding the ball. But that's James, though. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's like, it was
James
sad.
Harden shot 40%
From the field.
both series from the field, not 3 from the field. Period. Fuck you know.
Yeah,
Do you know what? Yeah, this is where people start getting onto him, though, innit?
Yeah.
Because he's been one of the greatest regular season players we've probably ever seen play.
Yeah,
we've seen him average 30s. We've seen him have scoring championships. We've seen him with MVP.
yeah.
And you're like, wow, this guy is like top tier, one of the best scorers I've ever seen. And I've definitely said that as well. But the second we get to April, Is it even April time, June time? Bro, he's
like-
arse.
Yeah.
Unwashed arse as well. Like, I don't understand what it is between those periods of time for him, but he just goes on like crazy episodes of just not being himself. And I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt this year, especially because again, since that hamstring, we have not seen the same James Harden. That's fact. And even then, for him to be dropping, would I say 22, 10 and 7, basically 22, 10 and 8, really, in the regular season, and then to have nowhere near that level of production with a really poor shooting percentage, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
In the playoffs, like you're doing everything. Do you know what I'm even saying that? Yeah, but looking at his shooting percentages, he wasn't shooting well from the field at all. In fact, looking at his field goal percentage anyway, yeah, the last 2 years he's shot below 42% from the field. From the field, and taking between 13 and 16 shots a game.
Yes, because it's changed where he's not the same where he's able to go into the lane, take the contact and get the finishes. He's not getting
the rest aren't giving him it anymore.
But the thing is, he's not as explosive because he never really recovered from that hamstring injury. Because once he got injured, then he tried to force it to come back. Then during that off season now, he never came back like, okay, my hamstring feels good. I've actually worked on it. Where he's never let it heal, so that he can work on it to strengthen it and then get back to being explosive, because he couldn't get past no one at all.
Yeah.
And that's not he has this very smooth handle where he can get past, like even when he was in Houston before he even got traded and he was, yamming bare cakes and all that stuff, he was still getting past people. So
in the strip club at 4 a.m.
and I think that's the main thing, because it's easier to guard now, right? If you don't have the fear that he's gonna brush past you, you just know we're just standing there.
Yeah.
You can sit in the chair in front of him a lot easier. Before, like he was looking a lot more shifty, so you were really any like hesitation, any pump fake kind of thing, you were really flying for it as well.
Yeah.
But now I think one of the biggest changes in his game is that the refs are not calling. He's not getting to the free throw line anywhere as much. He's not getting those bullshit calls on the 3-point line.
Yeah.
Where he would flop. Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And he's not getting it on the inside as well. Before, James Harden's one of those, like, he probably has a highlight reel on YouTube, anyway, of how many times he hooks guys with his right when he's going when he's going with his left, right? And the amount of times that refs would fall for it, but they're just not doing it anymore. Him and Trae Young have both massively suffered from this anyway.
He used to also do a thing where as he's dribbling and driving in, he will throw the ball a bit in front just for the defender to then go and reach for it. Then he grabs it so that on the way down, he's going up into you. But the thing is, there's times where, to be honest, whether we like it or not, that is still a skill. To get that mastered on the point, that's a skill to do. And if that's happening, that usually is a call, because then now you're swiping down, now you're attacking the player. So that's usually a call. Obviously, the ref said, fuck it, bro. No, not today. So, you know what I mean? So
they're not giving them.
But it's just like, in 2022, what James Harden are we expecting right now? Because for me, my expectations are low, man. I feel like James Harden needs to be even the third. Like, if James Harden is the third best player on the team, not beating the Bucks.
Really?
I don't think so. I don't think.
With who? Maxi being your number two?
Number two. Because I feel like
I support that.
if with Embiid, right, and I just think because he's a center, I think that's what it is with him. You need, in a series, a tough series, there's going to be certain games where he can't be the best player. Yeah. Just because he's a center. Yeah. So you need Maxi, and we don't know how good Maxi is yet. I think he looks good, but we don't know how good
he's young. Yeah, he's like 21,
we don't know how good he is. And Tobias Harris, man, it's really tough for me, man. It's really,
that boy gotta go.
It's time to go.
That boy gotta go.
It's tough because I think for me, right, like I didn't watch him in LA in the Clippers, so I've never seen him play well.
Oh, really?
Not really, no. So when people are saying he's that, I'm like, I've never seen it. Because when he was there, when Jimmy Butler there, he was the fourth best player on the team for me.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
He was.
But
He was the
for
fourth.
context,
Yeah.
Tobias Harris at the Clippers,
I've seen the
been an
stats,
all-star.
bro.
He should have been an all-star.
He was an all-star.
He
should have been an all-star. He was an all-star. He was leading in scoring. He was literally the reason why the Clippers were winning.
That season he had in the Clippers, got him got him the contract that he's on now.
Yeah.
Nothing else he's done
Exactly,
in Philadelphia.
so it's because of that.
I'm so shocked.
Just
they
to
gave
give
him
you
that
context of how good he was at the Clippers.
No, but I feel like I wouldn't take that from that, bro.
at all. Do you know why? Because we weren't a good team.
Exactly.
He was the
But
best.
you were winning
player.
games. You were winning games.
I think we just scraped playoffs that year, or just missed playoffs that year.
No, you did get playoffs that year.
But he was the best player on a not so great team. Like he was unanimous. No questions asked. He was the number one scoring option. So of course he's gonna get the opportunity and the looks to do it in it. But I saw enough of him to say he can definitely contribute to winning. But I just don't think. One, I don't think he's a power forward. I don't think he's ever. In my personal, he's not a power forward.
What do you think?
He's a small forward, man.
Seriously?
Yeah,
100%.
he's not a power forward.
What in his skill set that you see tells you that he's a power forward?
Exactly.
Bear in mind the fact that he's 6'8" anyway, so like his height isn't screaming to me, oh yeah, I want him to guard guys who are 6'9", 6'10", 6'11" anyway.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, I get where you're coming from, but if I put him at small forward, I just don't like. I feel like he's not given enough to be that player. Like he's like when I compare him to other small forwards we're up against, I need more from him. It's on
But
the
you're not
scoring side.
going to see more because of the position that he's playing.
I don't think that's what it is.
100%. Look, the
I
position
don't think it is.
the position that he plays, he's playing power forward and he's not getting the touches. So you do that and you put those things into perspective. You're not going to see as much from him though. That's the thing.
I think it should be easier for him to score at power forward.
What? Because he's got slower guys guarding
Yeah.
him? But it's the way in which
Sometimes
the way in which he's being asked to score in Philadelphia. He's kind of been treated more as a spot up, and then if he does
sometimes post.
no, I don't think I've ever really seen him do in the post like that.
Mid.
But what I do see, he slashes as well. He cuts to the basket quite a lot as well. But if I'm honest, like again, with positionless basketball, it doesn't matter that much.
Yeah.
However, what it does affect is the other positions other guys playing the court.
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest mistakes Philadelphia ever made was playing Ben Simmons as your point guard. I think it made sense at a point, but at the same time, you've got one less shooter on your team, one less shooter on the court. In my personal opinion.
But if you've got the shooter at power forward in Tobias Harris, I feel like it kind of evens itself out.
Okay.
Yeah, it does. It
Yeah.
does.
Where would you say? How good of a shooter would you say Tobias Harris is?
Well, I mean, he's not a bad shooter.
Is he? He's not a better 3-point shooter than your center. Like you would rather have Embiid take a 3 than Tobias Harris, right?
It's a bit wild though.
It's not wild. It's very accurate.
Do you know what?
I'm saying
Do
just in
you know
general,
what?
that
I
aspect
feel
as well.
like
Because we saw Joel hit a buzzer beating 3 to win a game.
yeah, but
in
Joel
the playoffs
Embiid
just
played out of his mind last season, like out of his mind.
And exactly, he was MVP.
Relative,
MVP
I'm
candidate.
gonna say relatively because he was very good the year before as well, right? He
Yeah,
was
yeah, but
better last
I don't
year,
know.
but yeah.
I don't think it's a clear cut. Oh, Embiid is a better shooter than Tobias Harris.
I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna say even if Tobias Harris somehow let's use this, but
Yeah,
even
yeah,
if
go
Tobias
on.
Harris has a better 3-point shooting average percentage.
Yeah, he takes less as well.
Exactly.
He takes less. But the point being, right? If you've got, I feel like that Ben Simmons at point guard with Tobias Harris at power forward, I don't think that's a bad trade off, right?
Yeah, it's not.
Because defensively it evens itself out, and going forward it evens itself out. So I just feel like Ben Simmons is hard to make a team around.
So I'll surprise you because I've just surprised myself.
Yeah.
Tobias Harris, so his first year in Philly averaged 18 points,
Yeah.
7.9 rebounds, and like 3 assists.
Yeah.
Year after, 19.6 points. So 19.6 and 19.5 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
So he almost averaged 20 points for 2 years.
Yeah.
About 7 rebounds as well.
Yeah.
Like he's got good production. He's a pretty good shooter as well, you know.
Yeah, but I think with Tobias Harris as well, right? It's like sometimes it
This
feels
is
like
surprising,
empty
sorry.
buckets. Like I don't know, like
It don't mean shit.
Yeah, I just feel
Just like your boy. Sorry.
No, that's not like my guy.
Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know. I just don't really. It's not.
It doesn't feel like there's contribution.
Yeah,
It's
just like it seems like Tobias Harris scores a lot when we're winning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
When you really need it,
He's not going to turn the game around for you.
yeah, he ain't out here.
Yeah, man. Tobias Harris is scoring when Embiid's getting double teams. You know what I mean? Maxi's balling out, then he's getting his points.
That's a lot of his game though, isn't it? And that's
Yeah.
what happens when you're the third or fourth scoring option.
But you don't need to be on a max contract.
I 100%
Yeah,
agree.
that one was.
That's
But
a
that's
big
it.
mistake.
No, because
Very
I'm not
wild.
saying Tobias Harris is a bad player. He's just not a max contract player.
100%.
But because of the contract that he's on, it's affecting the rest of your team.
Of course,
Yeah.
100%.
I don't even know why he was swear.
100%.
But I think Philly had to give him the contract after Jimmy said.
You say this,
No,
but
he didn't have to, man.
you didn't have to.
So Jimmy wanted to leave, right? Jimmy
Yeah.
wasn't coming back.
Yeah.
And Philly had
Because of a certain thing
certain
that
head
was
coach.
said.
Yeah, 100%.
Not even because of the.
Oh, listen, okay, he's gone. He went.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
it's all speculation at this point.
No, it's facts.
No, it's facts because they wanted to control him.
Facts.
They-
What does that
they
mean?
said-
He
they-
said it. What do you
he
mean?
said-
It's-
he
it's-
said-
it's-
they
What does
said
that mean?
if-
They wanted to control him.
Bro.
Like, what does that mean? You tell me what that means.
Aha. Okay.
It doesn't mean anything.
No, but like,
It doesn't mean.
How-
It literally doesn't mean anything,
Bro,
It literally does not mean anything.
if it doesn't mean anything, why is he gone?
Because he didn't want to be in the team.
You
No.
didn't want to be controlled.
Look, he didn't
What
want
does it mean to control him?
But it's not you only that. Also, him and Ben Simmons, I know there was clashing because the work, in terms of work rate, him and Embiid work rate
Yeah.
on point,
Yeah.
grinding,
Them two
grafting.
are
They
some
was
boys,
there.
isn't it?
They were hard. But Simmons was just acting a fool out here chasing. What's her name? Whatever.
My
but-
Joan.
Yeah,
Bedriana.
bro. No,
It
bruv,
was Kendall Jenner at the time, innit?
Oh yeah.
bruv, yeah, it wasn't working hard on Twitch.
Mr. Bedriana.
Like
Yeah.
he weren't grinding, and it's probably thinking, bruv, how are you not able to take a shot, bruv? What's going on?
No, I hear it, but I just feel like he's.
I mean, it was all, yeah.
He was gone. He's gone. He wasn't there.
Yeah.
I just don't feel like you have to do that.
You don't.
Like you don't have to, just because.
Just because one's gone, you don't have to go and cash out on Tobias.
Make bad decisions, though, innit? Like if we're being, these are the kind of things that will end up crippling the team. If we're
Yeah.
being honest, innit? Like I think, let's say you didn't do that with Tobias Harris. You already just paid Ben. You already just paid Joel Embiid. You would have had another close to a max roster spot to bring someone in at some other point as well. If Jimmy had already walked as well.
And it's a good team to land in as well.
100%.
Yeah.
Because I think the only thing you'd be asked to do is score. Because Ben's not the scorer. Ben's gonna get you the ball where you need the ball. You've got Embiid, who's a low post scorer. You just need a better perimeter player, I guess.
Yeah.
It's tough, man. It's tough.
It is tough, and I think it's going into this season going to be very tough. But
Do you think you missed your window? Do you think last year was your year to win a championship, or do you think there's
last year was a good opportunity, but I don't think this year is. I don't see why it can't happen this year as well.
why you can't win the championship? I mean, I can tell you a few reasons.
Go on.
I think Miami.
We're the same.
Yeah, I think Miami are the same. However, I think one thing with Miami is they seem to get better with the years they spend together. I would say, like the year Miami made the finals, I was like, this is a complete shock. Kind of, I didn't expect it, and then they had a kind of drop off year. But they did this year coming. I think people had much more belief that Miami could get back there.
Yeah.
I think next year they're going to be better. I just think with time things like that happen anyway. Innit? I definitely don't think they're going to be worse anyway. We don't know what Brooklyn's going to be on. I think Milwaukee now will probably struggle at the beginning without Middleton. I don't know when Middleton's going to be back. Maybe around Christmas time or whatever. But I believe
they're
that
the best team in the East.
with or without Middleton.
With or without?
No.
No way.
Without Middleton,
Yeah.
they became a normal team who's still
The best
the
team.
best team in the East. 100%.
I don't think they're. I don't think.
Yes, they are.
I mean, but
Yes,
they're not better
they
than
are.
Boston. That's
I think that's
they're
what I
not
was
better than
gonna say.
Boston. They're not better than Boston.
because they didn't have Middleton and they lost to Boston.
Yeah, they're not better than Boston.
I still think you have to give respect to the Eastern Conference champs now who are Boston.
Yeah.
You have to look at teams like Atlanta who just went and got DeJounte Murray. In my opinion, that as much as I don't think that's going to be the thing that gets into the conference finals, they're going to be much tougher to beat.
No, I think
Much
I
tougher to
don't
beat.
think they're better than us though.
I can't. I have to agree with you. I don't think they're
Yeah.
better than
Yeah.
Atlanta. However,
no way, no
I
way, no
I still think they're going to cause some problems in the series. Do I think they're going to necessarily beat you guys in a 7? No, but I think they could definitely take 2 off you. They'll make you sweat. They'll tire you guys out a little bit.
Yeah, and it's one of the ones where if you let it slip and get to game 7, you're in trouble.
It's techie as well, bro.
Yeah.
Did that not happen against Toronto? Didn't go 7, did it?
I can't remember.
There was when you guys are playing Toronto, yeah,
6
because of who your head coach is now, I had every belief Toronto were going to beat you. I don't think they should have.
Yeah.
I had every belief they were going to beat you because I've seen your head coach fumble bags before.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. I don't think you want to go into deep series like that.
Yeah.
Cleveland are another team who, again, I don't think they're necessarily better than you. However, they're young and they're going to.
No, the question was, have we missed our window? The answer's no.
You don't.
Definitely not. Because why? It doesn't make sense.
No,
Because
I think
for me,
next year is an opportunity. Yeah.
yeah, because for me, Embiid is unless Embiid like you've said this before, not before that. Embiid's health is always a question mark, right? So we had a good year of Embiid. So unless that doesn't happen, right, then that's different. But
You said he played out of his mind as well.
yeah.
As in, it's possible or not possible for him to do that again.
If he could do it again, but that's the best he's ever played.
Do you think it's probable?
He's probably gonna have a little bit of a drop off.
Okay.
But he could drop off a little bit, and I expect Maxi
still enough, yeah.
Maxi to get better. I expect James to do what James does. Let's just say he's probably going to do 19, 7 and 5.
I don't think you need mad scoring from James Harden, in my opinion.
We don't.
You need those assists though, 100%. I agree with that.
Then you have the wing spots are a bit iffy now.
This is where I think Tobias needs to kind of step up a little bit.
The wing spots are a bit tough. I think.
And you've just brought in brought in PJ Tucker.
See, that's something I don't understand. That's something I don't understand. I don't get that.
You don't see the value in him
at all. Not because he's a bad player.
Yeah.
But I just feel like
there's a lot of hype around it.
No, not that. I feel like we're gonna see him get worse. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be the people that are like, it's not the team.
2 years too late.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's not the PJ Tucker.
Yeah.
So I don't get that, man.
I think you'll get a good year out of him. I mean, he's with his boys. He's with Harden now. He's with D'Antoni. He's with Embiid. Like he's in a situation where he's happy to throw himself on the line for the team because of who he has around.
I think that's one thing, but also you're saying he's getting worse. What is PJ Tucker good at?
Defending and sometimes
defending
making
and hitting corner three. In my opinion,
that's all you need.
In my opinion, it's very, very, very difficult. If you can shoot, I don't think you ever really lose it. You lose the legs and kind of thing a little bit. But for him anyway, it just seems like he's one of those guys that's really just out there he's like Pat Bevan.
He's there to lock down their best wing.
Exactly. And I think that's a massive addition for you guys. And I don't really see how if he was like a mad dribbler or like he was crazy athletic, I don't understand where you're coming from. But I don't see what he's good at being something that drops off enough anyway. So I think he'll definitely be able to contribute. I do think there's a bit too much hype around.
There's another guy we got. I forgot his name. Who we got? He's a guard.
Melton from the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
I like him. He's a good backup guard. The thing is, we're talking about guys who are coming off the bench. But your bench was pretty arse last year.
Yeah,
like, in my opinion, I don't want to see Korkmaz. I don't want to see is it Gorgie Jeng? No, Niang.
Yeah,
I don't want to see the guys out on the court, man. Them guys are arse. Shake Milton, keep him there as well. Shake had one good game against the Clippers. Can't lie, balling. One of the best single game performances I've ever seen. I was sweating the whole time. But he ain't really. He's not.
Was that a Sunday night game? A Sunday early evening game?
Yeah,
we both went back to back on
that game. That boy was cooking my guys. I'm not gonna lie.
I was between everything.
But he hasn't turned into.
But we still lost that game.
But the reason it was a big game is because none of your good guys are playing. That's why he was getting the kind of he was balling. But still.
Garbage.
Yeah, like your bench wasn't good.
Isaiah Joe's, I'm not sure yet.
You've relieved yourself of Danny Green, which I think is it's a shame, by the way, that he tore his ACL or whatever. But he was pretty shit in my opinion. He's not the defender he used to be. He's definitely not the shooter he used to be as well.
Yeah.
So I don't think you guys have. I think you guys have probably gotten better.
Well, I mean, if you look at Danny Green for PJ Tucker, right, it's an upgrade.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So I suppose,
definitely.
Because they do the same thing, right?
Exactly. So Tobias is going to be playing 3 next year because of that. Because PJ is going to be playing the 4.
Yeah.
Maybe him playing the 3 is gonna. We'll see.
In my opinion, you've built again. One thing I will give. Who's your GM now? What's his name?
D'Antoni.
No, what's his name? We just said it. He used to be at the Rockets. I can't remember his name. The guy who
Mike D'Antoni.
No.
The GM. The slick back hair. James's guy. I know you're talking about. I can't remember.
Yeah. It's embarrassing. I can't remember this guy's name to my life.
I'm
Anyway, but because your GM has made a very good moves to build around.
He knows trades. He knows trades.
He does. He did it in Houston as well. In my opinion, he put a lot of no-name guys around James Harden that complemented Harden's game.
Yeah.
You've done a very similar thing with Embiid now, where you've put
Daryl Morey.
That's it. Thank you very much.
Yes,
so you've got Embiid on the inside now, who's got that whole space himself. There's no one who's even thinking about taking a step inside the paint.
Yeah.
And you've got 4 perimeter guys around him. Perfect to build around. It's going to work great for you guys.
Yeah, but I think, to be honest, if Embiid does what he does,
yes,
James is just not us, and if he is us,
just not us.
isn't like
Yeah.
hasn't got a mad high usage rate.
Yeah.
Tyrone Maxey takes a step forward. PJ Tucker just looks like how he looked for the last 3 years, just being a good supporting player. Tobias Harris just stays the same. Just stays the same.
17, bro.
Stays the same.
After looking at his stats, he's better than I thought he was.
His stats are deceiving, bro.
Oh.
He doesn't pass. He doesn't pass the eye test. He doesn't pass the eye test.
You know what? Sometimes he does some things I'm like, that boy nice. But sometimes I'm like, this guy's ass as well.
But
man.
do you know who else does things like that?
Who?
Furkan Korkmaz. If you go on, no, listen. If you watch his highlight reel,
Yeah.
you'll think he's one of the best.
No,
If you
I wouldn't,
no, hold on, wait, hold on.
No, I wouldn't.
Let me make a statement. I'm on record saying this shit. If you watch Furkan Korkmaz, you've never seen his play a game in your life.
Yeah.
If you watch his highlight reel, you'll think he's Klay Thompson. I'm being serious with you. No, bro.
fucking
Because
crazy.
look what you're doing. You're saying I've seen him play. I'm saying you can't lose the context of him watching him. You have to watch his highlight reel. Him making 3-point shots.
If he has a highlight reel, send it to me.
Alright,
I,
cool.
I don't think he would have a highlight reel.
What?
Bro, he plays like 6 minutes a game.
We know boys that watch. Sorry to confuse sports. NFL O-line. Someone has made that. He's Turkey's best love because he's got a fucking highlight reel, bro.
Okay.
He's got.
True.
It's probably got like 500,000 views. I'll send it to you. Don't worry.
Alright, cool.
But I've seen it on Twitter for like, and he was like, "Oh, this is nice," because I've seen him make shots, but he does it like every 5 games. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, so I just respect Milwaukee so much, man. So much.
You have to. You have to.
I think
they have the best player in the world right now on their team.
Yeah, I think it's going to be tough. So I think for me, I'm not over extending myself, to be honest. But I think it's got to be Eastern Conference Finals, man. It's got to be, because I think the second on paper, the best to go into next season, last season, the best 2 teams in the league were best 2 teams in the East were Brooklyn and Milwaukee on paper going into the season.
Yeah.
Right.
Where you going with this year?
Philly and Milwaukee. On paper.
You think Milwaukee on paper are better than Boston?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. I thought Milwaukee on paper are the best team in the league.
On paper.
Bear in mind they're not gonna have Chris Middleton.
Obviously, I'm talking about if
Yeah,
they
but-
did.
on
okay,
paper,
okay.
yeah, I think because obviously there's what's the name? Brogdon, Smart, Tatum,
Boston
Brown.
have nice pieces. Boston might
Yeah,
be on paper.
nice.
Boston, in my opinion, are the best team. Obviously, with the Middleton injury, Boston are the best team in the East on paper.
Yeah.
To me,
I'm a bit as a question mark because I don't know what they're going to look like next year. Obviously, there's the KD stuff as well, so I don't
Yeah,
know what's
all
going to
that
happen.
stuff.
Even with as they stand now,
but the way I look at it is they made the Eastern Conference Finals with the team they had,
Yeah.
and all they've done is add to that team. They added a point guard, which is what they massively needed.
Yeah.
They didn't lose anything, and they also brought in a vet to come off the bench in Gallinari as well.
yeah, I think for me, I think the question mark on them is Jason Tatum.
Tatum,
Yeah, it's a question mark.
okay.
For the regular season and for
Postseason, I have to because
Postseason,
he was
no,
asked in the
'cause-
finals. We know this.
yeah, in
He
the
was asked in
finals. So like until the finals, I'm
No,
not
I
questioning.
mean-
You can't do that.
I think
You
it's
can't do that.
until he's up against a tough team. Until he has
Milwaukee
to
wasn't a tough team.
wait.
Milwaukee wasn't a tough team.
Yeah, they
was a
were,
tough
but
team.
they didn't have Middleton. Right?
Do you know what I will say?
We said that's why he went there.
I will say he did show up in every part up until the finals.
Yeah.
But because he was so bad in the finals, it almost erased everything he did
course.
prior to that point. Because the one time, I say the one time, but the time you needed to be great the most, you weren't able to do it.
Yeah.
And even though he was great up until that point, bear in mind they went 7 games with Milwaukee.
Yeah.
They swept Brooklyn. They went games with Miami as well.
Yeah.
He was good in all that shit.
Yeah.
But in those finals, he wasn't the best himself in
Yeah.
it. So I agree with what you're saying.
But I also think with Boston, right, they're a bit special in the sense that like Milwaukee goes as far as Giannis goes, Philly goes as far as Embiid goes. I don't necessarily think it's that simple with Boston.
It's not.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
Jaylen
yeah,
Brown is
yeah.
so good.
It's not.
Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
100%.
I also feel like
You don't
it's
know
a bit
what
of a
you're
different
gonna get.
situation. But you know what? Yeah, I suppose I get. I think for me, to be honest, on paper, it has to be Boston and Milwaukee then.
So I'm gonna ask you 2 questions.
Yeah.
Wins. Roughly how many wins?
Oh,
82 games.
I don't know. I don't know.
Roughly.
How many wins did we get last season? Because I don't keep records of this.
I'm gonna say you guys had a.
What was it like 65, 66?
No way, do you have 66 wins? That was like the most in the league.
50,
I'm gonna say you probably had
Something.
52 games.
So we'll probably go for like 47 then. No, there's no way we could have that because
You have to be better than last.
yeah. No, that's too close to 500, man. Like, we had 51 last season.
You were 51 and 31. I was right. 51 and 31 last year.
It's gonna be that plus or minus 3, man.
So you're saying about 54?
Yeah, or
There's no in my head. You can't be worse.
you just said the Easter's tougher.
You don't just play against the Easter. In my head, you can't be. In my head, you have to be better. All right. So at 54 wins, where do you think you finished fourth in the league in the East last year? Where are you saying this year?
It has to be the same.
Yeah, I think
Fourth again.
Yeah. What's your on? Who? It's because I don't remember the figure. Who was the? Who
it was
the?
Miami, Celtics,
Yeah.
Boston, Milwaukee.
then
you
you.
guys. Then we went to
Wait. Who was first? Miami.
Miami.
Yeah.
Boston.
Boston,
Yeah.
Milwaukee.
It's the
then
same.
you guys.
It'll be the same. Those three will switch around.
I don't think Miami's going to be number one this next year anyway. I think it could be a bump where Miami dropped to 4 and everyone moves up 1. I think that's more likely than anything else.
because it was close. It was still close.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that
Okay,
one.
that's fair.
I'm not sure on that one because I think it matters so much about how much Embiid plays. Do you know what I mean? Like we can, because of Embiid is a bit injury prone. Like we could just low manage him. We've got James as well, who's a bit injury prone as well.
A bit.
Do you know what I mean? Like I just don't think that matters so much for us. Do you know what I'm trying to say? We can go in as a 6th seed and no one really wants to play us.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to play you guys. I definitely don't want to play against Embiid, regardless.
Like if we're the 6th seed, whoever's the 3rd seed is like fuck.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
100%,
So
100%.
I don't think that really matters that much to us.
100%.
I think James is gonna surprise us this season. I think
I don't think so.
the only reason
He has to.
not in terms of like he's gonna be wow, but I think he's gonna be more consistent just because I think that now he's had time for his hamstring is healed. He's been strengthening it. He's getting quicker. He's dropping.
He has to come in shape as well.
He's dropping weight. He's looking in shape.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's going to these pro runs of MMA players, and I'm seeing him be a bit more explosive, a bit more quick and shifty. I know. I
Can
get
I
it.
ask you one question? Yeah. You know those things. This is totally changing subject. So
Yeah.
just please, what is the point of that?
What do you mean?
Pro
Open runs?
Yeah, like when they go and do.
But
That.
they're pro
scrimmaging,
runs.
innit?
They're just scrimmaging, innit?
Yeah, but you know they just play against these random guys and look.
no.
This is pro runs where they're
Everyone's a
there's
pro.
NBA
There should be
yeah.
professionals on
They're
both,
professionals.
or equal amount at least. They're trying to even
Can you
out.
see that one where is it DeJounte?
DeJounte Murray,
Yeah.
what the pro-am thing.
Yeah, when he was bumped, like then they just do. Like, that is pointless.
Okay, yeah. So all those programs and stuff, most of the time they are playing against regular guys.
Regular
But
guys.
a lot of the time, there's NBA guys not playing, or so they'll join a team
Yeah.
within that. So I know Jonathan Murray is from Seattle, innit? So that's him being back home, innit? So he'll try and do at least one of those every year or something like that. A lot of guys just go back to their hometowns.
Just almost as a community thing.
Yeah,
No,
man.
okay, I
you
hear
know,
it.
And he came out and said he wants more NBA guys to do it because it's an opportunity for fans to see them for free.
Yeah, okay, I hear that. No, I hear that.
That's his reason behind it.
The reason why I know about them is because that's why I used to see Ben Simmons shooting. that's why I used to see it, and then I was like, "What's the point of this shit?"
Yeah.
But anyway,
because of
sorry
NBA
to cut
doing
you off.
shit. No, that's a good point.
No,
That's
it's
a good
just a good point.
Yeah,
Nice fairs. That I was just only reason I'm saying is because these were actual NBA players.
Yeah, yeah.
That he was being guarded by. So I was like, okay,
yeah.
not that this is it, but he looks a bit more different from last of season. He was with Lil Baby.
Yeah.
This season he's actually working. So there's a difference because
Yeah.
he was out here in Paris.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what he was doing.
That's what he was doing.
That's what I'm saying. But now I see him obviously actually putting the work in.
Yeah.
I don't think he will be consistent. I think he'll give you another kind of like 18 to 22.
He's nice. Like
8, 10.
yeah, Jay's nice, but he's just like,
I think once his confidence builds, like he gets his shiftness and then he started to feel his game a bit.
Yeah.
From there, that's it. He's gone.
Like you said at the beginning, like his game isn't necessarily the problem. It's the efficiencies that hurt you guys, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like I don't think he has alright. He doesn't have a great deal of problem in terms of executing his moves. It just seems like, yes, he's a little bit slower, so it probably is a bit more difficult for him to score.
Yeah.
But he's still, like we said, the numbers, like 22, 10, and 7 is no like joke
Yeah.
of numbers for a lot of, there are some guys who made all NBA teams in the past that have made with those kind of numbers or lesser
people get
numbers.
max contracts from those type of deals.
100%.
Yeah.
Guys like Tobias Harris have never averaged those numbers and still got a max contract. Exactly. So we still have to give him his credit, but 100% it's the efficiencies, things like that kind of stop him from being able to contribute to the extent that he does. Or even if he is contributing, he's taken away because he's missing shots, like you said, taking shots away from guys like Maxey as well. So
Yeah. So I think it's gonna be a tough season. East is gonna be very, very tough.
it is.
I think Boston are gonna have, if Boston come back the same way, they're gonna have a lot to prove. I feel like Jaylen Brown's got a chip on the shoulder right now as well.
Definitely,
I think he
man.
plays like that anyway. Malcolm
after
Brogdon
the
is
shit that-
a big what's it called as well, big addition for them. It's gonna be tough, man. Boston gonna look nice. I almost forgot about them, but they're gonna be nice.
So let me ask you anyway, because I mean we're talking about things that happened with the Ben Simmons situation, but for someone who was actually kind of, I'll say you're probably one of the biggest defenders of him.
Ben Simmons was my favorite player.
He was the biggest defender.
Yeah, man. Like,
100%.
when he was wearing a Philly jersey, when he was actually showing up when he was playing, you're always saying he was one of the, he was the defensive player of the year a lot of the time. You're definitely shouting that out. You weren't saying great deal about his offense, but he definitely is a great passer and stuff like that. What kind of?
I said he was a jump shot away from being as good as LeBron James.
Yeah.
I said that. I said that.
But I didn't want to draw you out in it. But if you're coming out and saying that, that's
he
fine.
said that countless of times.
If you're coming out and saying that's fine, then speak your truth.
Yeah.
But obviously, what kind of? I don't even know how to ask this question, but obviously, it's mad disappointing to see what's kind of transpired from the Ben Simmons situation.
Yeah.
From a perspective of a Philly fan, what part of everything that happened hurt you the most or pissed you off the most about it?
Mm.
I think for me, I didn't understand why he was so mad. Like,
Look at what Doc Rivers said, man.
What did he say?
Basically said he can't win a championship with the caliber
So
player
obviously,
he is.
at the end,
Because he wasn't playing well.
100%. At the end of the playoffs, last year, Doc wasn't really shy about the fact that a lot of the reason why you guys lost was because Ben was doing shit like passing out of shot. When they were under the basket, Ben was passing out to the 3-point line
That's
instead
the
of
truth.
when Trae Young was on him. Exactly, things like that. And Ben got pissed off about it.
That's why I said that's my point, right? I didn't understand why he was mad. Like, when I know why he was mad. I don't understand why he's mad.
Yeah.
So me was like,
I think
that's
the
what
way Doc Rivers.
No. Doc did nothing wrong in that
do you
situation.
Didn't he say that he's not a champion? He said he's not a championship caliber point guard.
But he wasn't playing.
That's
like
exactly. That's it. That's like it's the truth, because everyone knows that.
But it's not like he said Ben Simmons is not playing like a championship. He didn't play like a championship caliber point guard, which is why we lost. He said overall in general he is not that, and we cannot win with him
because he hasn't shown that.
Just saying that the way Ben Simmons is, like, we cannot win with him.
Because everyone, every single season, right? I was there saying this, yeah. So I can speak from this, yeah. Everyone said when Ben Simmons shoots, it's over. Yeah. No, but everyone said that, right?
Yeah.
Because
when he gets a jump shot,
if Ben Simmons shot, even if he shot 33% from free, even if he shot that on maybe 4 attempts a game, why is he not as good as Giannis? But no, you tell me, why is he not?
Yeah, like literally, you want me to tell you?
You get my point.
Yeah, rhetorical. Thank you. Okay,
obviously, Giannis is different, but
yeah,
like it's that, and then you've got Ben Simmons and Embiid on one team. So of course it's the truth. Do you know what I mean? But it's like you can't. How long are we gonna keep doing this for?
Yeah,
because they gave him a max contract. I would have hoped so.
Yeah,
in the hope that he's not there yet. But we believe this is what he's going to be.
By the end of his contract, he should be as good as
exactly.
Good as expected to be,
I mean, he's the number 1 pick, right? He's supposed to have the talent. They thought he would have the talent to be the best player in the league. If you're number 1 pick, that's what they think of you, right? You're supposed to be talented enough to potentially be the best player in the league.
Or at least the best out of everyone in your draft class, minimum.
Bare minimum. Bare minimum.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And he went on top of some serious guys as well. So it's like, and it's not that those guys weren't rated in college. He was just rated more.
I mean, I think the best way to even put this in perspective is that 2016 draft with Ben Simmons went 1.
Yeah.
Brandon Ingram went 2.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown went 3.
Yeah.
That these and no one's gonna question to say all of them have now been all-stars, by the way.
Yeah.
Why you doing like that?
No, because I don't really care about all-stars. I feel like it's a popularity concept, but it's fine. It's fine.
They've all. I say everyone but Ben has been a 20 plus point scorer and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They've all been able
They're
to
all good players.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely, no one's gonna question that.
Yeah. But that was the thing. I didn't understand why it was mad, and I feel like another thing was, and this is where I disagreed with you because we said this at the beginning. Well, halfway through, like I mean, it was November we started saying this when he was sitting out, and you were like trade him for anything.
Yeah.
And I said no. You don't do that. You just sit out. If he sits his whole contract out, he sits his whole contract. You don't trade Ben Simmons for nothing.
Okay, so and I'll justify my reason for saying that.
Yeah.
The reason I was saying that was why, because of who your best player is, and the fact that I said
he's wasting his time.
You cannot waste any years of Embiid because you've had so many years, but there's been so many occasions where he hasn't been able to be the best himself because he's been hurt.
Yeah.
So when Embiid started playing the way he was playing, by the way, because I said Embiid. I was on a Steph Curry train for the first 2 months. After I was like, Embiid's the MVP. I have to give it to him.
Yeah.
From that point,
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way in hell you can waste the year that he had. Do I think Embiid's year was wasted? A little bit, but it's not. There were so many other factors that came into it to kind of say maybe it wasn't necessarily wasted. But even we just had a discussion now, and openly we both kind of admitted that there's a good chance that he won't be as good as he was. It might not be a crazy drop off, but he might not
even
be
if
as
he's
good.
healthy.
Exactly. So my justification was you can't waste when guys are having years like that. You can't waste it. You need to put as much as you can around them to utilize the fact that they're playing as good as they are.
I understand that, but I feel like sometimes if you make those, that's a short-sighted.
Of course,
yeah.
of
But I feel
course.
like Ben Simmons, what he's supposed to be anyway. You can't just trade him for peanuts. Do you know what I mean? Like he's an asset, right?
Yeah.
So I think if you do that, you know this is if you trade him. I can't remember what the trades that were on the table at the point in time.
It was bullshit. Bare
Exactly.
bullshit.
But if you do that, right, we know how good we're gonna be. 4th, 5th, 6th, whatever in the East, right? But if you hold him, you've always got the thing of maybe he comes back and we're better than that. But because if he comes back, we're better than what we traded him for. And if he's not playing, it wasn't that bad. So I just didn't. I wouldn't have traded him. I was happy with the trade we did make for him with Harden, of course, but I wasn't gonna accept that like those
The
peanuts.
bullshit
peanut
trade.
thing, yeah.
It didn't make sense to me,
100%,
but
I agree with that.
it worked out in the end, I suppose.
It's just, I mean, we didn't see Ben play at all this year.
Yeah.
Hopefully we're gonna see Ben play in October. Even that is potentially in the air as well, which is ridiculous to think about the fact that he might not be playing.
No, he's playing.
What's the problem with him?
He's playing. There's no problem. There's no issue. He's playing. That's it. There's
Re-
no.
Remy,
He is playing.
You're not the physio. You're not the GM. You don't know these things.
I know.
As I get.
How can you tell me I know? Do you know what I've done for Brooklyn this year?
What did you do?
I've
Nothing.
done a lot.
You got them swept. That's what you did.
Whoa,
You got them swept.
I didn't get that. That one there
You
was
did everything but get them swept.
Listen, yeah, that wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault at all.
So you want all the praise for their success, but none of the blame for their failures.
A man can only do so much. Look, the thing is, yeah, he's going to play. Like he's bit like. I know all these workout videos, everything cool. I understand that he's gearing
I
to play.
haven't seen these workout videos, you know.
Because you don't
I
know,
haven't seen
you don't
any
know
of
the
the
right people.
workout
You don't know the right
videos. Yeah.
people. Look,
Have you seen the workout videos?
No. Talking about Ben Simmons, I even tweeted the other day, was it last week? I don't know who did. Someone put a highlight reel of him, and I actually forgot his game. Like I was watching, I was like, I even forgot how he played.
yeah.
Because it's been so long, I haven't seen this boy play.
I just don't understand because
Well, anyway, like last time I saw him play, he was awful. But like since and when he's in a regular season, he's at his best. I was like, what? He's a good player, right? He's a good player.
yes, he
I
is.
would even go as far to say the year that you guys before you guys lost to Atlanta in where Atlanta made the Eastern Conference Finals. So it'll be so Atlanta made the Eastern Conference Finals last year. The year before that, when you played Atlanta again, and Trae Young was cooking, and then I don't know who, Doc or someone said, all right, let's stop pissing about. And you put Ben on him.
Yeah.
I was like, that guy's the best defensive player in the league.
Maybe he's
Without a
nice,
shadow,
man.
that guy was the best because
He defends 1 to 5.
Yeah,
Not
he
the
does.
joke-
Not
And
the
he does.
joke 1 to
Yeah,
5.
yeah.
that
Not
you
the
keep-
joke, no.
because
Serious.
that's what people
Serious
say,
guys.
Jason Tatum defends 1. No, he doesn't.
No, he
this
doesn't.
is I don't know anyone who else defends 1 to 5. Maybe PJ
Yeah.
Tucker. Not really.
Again, you don't want to
1 to 5.
You don't wanna
Ben
see it.
Simmons
Yeah,
1
yeah,
to
it's
5.
true.
You don't want to. It's like
It's
if Peter Tucker gets a miss, like if he now has to guard the 5, you're thinking
Who
But
is a mismatch for Ben Simmons?
no one. Like honestly, you can put Ben Simmons at the
Embiid
one.
probably. Like
I even think he can
apart
hold
from-
his own
apart from
against
true
Embiid.
centers,
Yeah.
I'd say he can probably deal with everyone else.
But then we're talking choose, not even true. But the only centers who I'll say, okay,
There's
is peak
two.
is
There's
Embiid
two.
and
Only
Jokic.
two.
That's it.
That's what I'm saying.
That's and even Jokic, I don't think is.
Yeah,
I don't even
'cause
think
I
is
think,
that
yeah,
mad. I think for
it's-
Jokic,
yeah.
he will be fine.
Yeah,
it's
it's
Embiid
fine.
that he'll have the problems with. It's not Jokic.
Again, we haven't seen it for so long. I can't even
I
remember.
don't, but
what
Joe,
last we had to do.
it's mad because I look
1
at
to 5.
I look at
legit
Ben,
1 to 5.
I look at Ben Simmons
Legit
and
1 to 5.
literally before he was drafted LSU, I saw how he was playing. He was doing everything plus shooting.
You know-
he was. He was.
Yeah,
He was. Like I'm not saying that he was
Yeah.
out here pulling threes like he's mad, but
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was. He had a jump like mid range. He was
People had
taking
to play him
it.
honest
Threes.
because he could shoot if
Yeah,
if
if
he
you
was
gave
that
him like he would take the shot
Yeah.
and he could make some.
Yeah.
And or he'll go for the mid range like that was it. And then he's got drafted now. Obviously now injury cool. I don't know what happened in that period of time from when he got to the Sixers organization to when he went to play, where I don't understand what happened. Same thing with Markel Fultz. Markel Fultz before.
We need a Ben Simmons interview. Ben
Yeah,
Simmons
I would
needs to
love
go
to hear-
on,
I would
needs to
love
go
to
on a
hear.
JJ.
The thing
Redick.
is, the same thing with Markel Fultz.
Yeah.
College shot clean, great. Everything was
Yeah,
calm.
then he changed his
He's got to
mechanics.
Scissors now, and then
Wasn't it
they've
after his
broken
injury
him.
though?
No.
The Sixers broke him.
So
broken.
He got into the league, yeah. And his someone was saying that his shooting coach was beating his mum or something like that, and I don't understand
come on,
how
man.
that. No, that's what the streets are saying. You can Google it.
Yeah.
But
I
they were
can
saying that
Google
they were saying that the shooting coach
Yeah.
did something to affect his mechanics. But I don't understand how if you're the number one pick and you've been doing something a certain way, why are we now coming to the league and change it? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So
Why are you even listening?
I
Yeah,
wouldn't say
but
that.
I don't
wouldn't say
think
that.
it's like I don't know, I just don't think human beings work that way. Like if you've been doing something for so long, yeah, and you do it and it doesn't work, you don't continue to do it. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
could go
plus-
back. It's like he's not a robot.
Yeah.
It's like,
100% plus. He's been doing what he's been doing, and
Yeah.
he's had success with it. His jump shot is happening. So for you to now tweak it,
It
why?
was a very strange
Like
situation.
Yeah.
as a human in general, you want to be like, wait, you're gonna question it, like, wait, this is what I've been doing and it's been working. Why am I changing it?
There were many strange things going on in Philly at that time. That was one of the weirdest things I'd ever seen anyway. So now Ben's in Brooklyn. Since we're talking about Ben anyway. Now Ben's in Brooklyn.
B-Town.
Do you think we could see the best Ben Simmons? With the pieces around him as well.
but who are the pieces around him?
For
Okay,
now,
okay,
on
let's just
contract,
say-
for now,
All right.
KD and Kyrie are there. That's what we have to assume is going forward because
Seth, Joe
nothing's
Harris, he's got shooters around.
he's got shooters around him. Great.
Like, you know that
That's the best situation, right?
for me,
You got he's not the best player on the team.
Yeah.
The best player on the team doesn't really necessarily want to have the ball all the time.
He's not even the second best player on that team.
We're getting there.
he's not the second best player on the team.
It's not the point. There's not a point I'm trying to
I
make.
just want to make it clear to you because I know how you
No,
feel.
I don't think Ben is better than Kyrie right now. But the thing
Right now.
what?
What do you
right now, he's never been.
Right now. So
You're crazy.
He's
it's
never
not.
been.
It's not the point. It doesn't
Sorry,
matter.
please,
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But the best player on the court and his team doesn't necessarily want to have the ball all the time.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Even his shooting guard wants to just have it in his spots,
Kind of
Not-
enough.
kind of.
Enough to do his own thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
but not too much where
He's got Joe Harris,
yeah.
who's supposed to be a good shooter. You got Seth Curry, who's supposed to be a good shooter. I mean,
It's a good situation.
yeah. But I mean, I don't know who their center's gonna be.
One of probably Claxton.
Maybe him. Maybe Ben Simmons gonna be. But yeah.
That's something I would like to see as
But
well.
it's not a bad situation. It's not a bad situation for him. And I think if we see him, how many years has that guy's got on his contract? No,
I think he's got another 3 or
I
2.
thought it's at least 4 years, but I could be wrong.
another 4 years.
I saw his 3 years. I saw his 3.
Yeah, maybe it is 3. Now.
I think it's 3 years.
He got drafted in 2016. We're in 22 now. So
Did he get that max when when he
six
lost against
years.
Raptors?
So after his 4 years, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
He got that max when Jim.
He's
Butler
got
left.
3 years
Yeah,
left.
3 years.
He would have signed a 5-year max.
Yeah,
If
got
he's not
another
careful,
3 years.
yeah. If he if
No,
Ben Simmons isn't careful,
Yeah.
he could be out of the league in 3 years.
Of course.
If he's
Of
not
course.
careful,
He has to.
I'm
like,
zooming
when
on
I-
that. Ben Simmons.
when I say yeah,
yeah.
if Ben has to play this year, come in,
Has
and
to.
he has to play the whole season.
He has to
can't get
remind,
hurt.
yeah.
He can't get hurt
Yeah.
because if let's say he gets hurt in like January, February time, yeah, and he doesn't play for the rest of the year, that's another year on his contract gone. I promise you, he's not getting an extension when he's eligible for it
Won't
for the
even
2
get
years. He's gonna play out the rest of that contract, and they're gonna be like, whatever we last saw you play, that's what you're gonna get paid.
Yeah.
Has Ben Simmons been injury prone?
Yeah.
What, bro? He missed the whole.
No, obviously
first year
no.
of his career.
Like once he's come back in
Yeah,
terms of
he's
like,
had a
got hurt
bad
pretty much
back.
every
He's
year,
got a
right?
back. He's got a back problem. I
he
think
had, he had a foot thing to start his career as well.
he's a bit brittle, man. Ben Simmons is a bit
okay,
brittle.
so once he's actually started playing, so it's
Which
been,
is one of the issues with both
it's-
of them as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's been.
that's why it was problematic
It's
as
been
well.
his back, right? Mainly back and foot.
It's his
I
back
remember,
right
I
now.
remember, I remember he's had some back shit going on, but I don't know all the injuries he's had. But
Right
yeah,
now,
right,
says-
right now, okay,
he's
so-
had injury problems.
Yeah, he's had injury problems.
Yeah.
Right now, the main thing that's been considered is his back.
Yeah,
Back gone. Yeah. So that have to get fixed.
yeah.
Right. Cool. That fix. He had surgery.
That
yeah.
mean it's fixed.
Yeah, but
It was supposed to be.
it's fixed.
Yeah.
That's it. We're not saying
Yeah.
it doesn't mean it's fixed. I'm saying it now. I've spoken to him. It's fixed. Yeah, that nigga gonna play because I will make sure he don't get married if he doesn't play. 100%.
That's another thing as well. People are saying that he's spending too much time.
Too much time with Maya Jama, bro.
I'm not gonna say he's spending too much time with her. He's spending too much time not playing basketball or doing basketball related things.
Bro, he's getting fed grapes on his bed. He's
Yeah.
he's on Twitch playing COD. All that. Did you see that time where he was on Twitch? The hours he played. Did you see the hours he played?
Nah.
That boy was playing. He was playing,
but
bro.
the thing is, bro, it's only a problem because he's not playing well.
Yeah.
Like there's so many other players that do this shit,
All that.
and it's like
100%, okay, that's true.
But I wouldn't say it's a problem that he's not playing well. It's the problem that he's not even practicing.
Playing, yeah.
He's not even practicing. But he's working from home. And he's doing that in that time. Come on,
he's working from home.
He's working from home. He's working from home.
he's messing around.
He hasn't come back from COVID, bro.
No, bro. He
He hasn't gone back to the office.
He's a fucking joker, man. Honestly.
But yeah, that's I think.
No, he done his 1 day a week when he came in with his phone.
Yeah.
1 day
No,
a week.
that's taking a piss, you know. Bro. No, that's taking a piss. No. That is as bad, yeah.
Joggers.
As
It's not joggers. It's not the fact that he was wearing
It was
joggers.
shorts.
He had shit in his pockets.
Yeah, it was.
Why he was?
Yeah, but have you ever done
What?
that? Have you run around with shit in your pockets?
Yes.
Yes.
And you're holding the pockets to keep them
Because
grounded,
it's
bro.
not
Smacks
stable.
on your leg.
And it.
In
And
the pockets, man.
it's it's not stable because one hop, one jog, everything is out. Now you're picking up your keys, your wallets, your cards, your phone.
But it just shows he wasn't really
serious
trying
at all.
to exert himself
He
too
was a
much.
flying
He was
fuck.
trying to be, but even the way he was moving, like he was like he don't want to be. You know when you've just had a long week and you have to go into office that one day, like you don't even want to be. You're just floating around. That's what he was doing.
Do you know how he was playing? Yeah, he was playing as if he came to the court and he said to the boys on the court, "Can I have a touch?" That's how he was playing. You know what I'm saying? You know when you're not involved, bro.
yeah.
Like
100%.
Cameron knows this. Yeah, when I was in school, he see me shoot once. Yeah. And every time, not even once, every time you see me shoot, bag on my back, bro. Bag on my back. 'Cause I'm not serious.
You know the messenger bags.
I'm not serious. I'm not serious about playing this game. I'm just messing around real quick. It's a quick one. Just carry on. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, this should be the best situation for Ben.
Okay.
Like, he's got what he's supposed to have around him. Yeah.
Yeah. He's always supposed to have around him.
Yeah.
It honestly is a very good situation for him.
Yeah.
So he has to play and remind the league because, like you say, if he's not careful, after your contract done, you might have to go back to Australia.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, let's be really honest. He's not going to be out of the league.
No, he could be 100%. I
don't think he'll get a good contract, but he won't be out of the league.
Bro, I genuinely believe it because of the
The
fact that
Kings will give him a contract, bro.
No, they won't.
They will.
Even them, they're not stupid, innit?
But not a max. Why would they give him?
No,
why would they
I
give
believe the
Ben
Kings-
12 million a year? Why?
In my head, out of the league is not being able to get a reasonable contract.
Okay, that's what
if you're starting to take minimum contracts, like stuff like that, and you're going year to year on minimum contracts,
Yeah.
like people like Boogie are on shit like that right now.
Yeah.
And think about how good he was as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
It's definitely possible for Ben to be in that situation if he doesn't pattern up.
Yeah.
I 100%
His
agree.
peak.